everyone and welcome to Sambhav Law. In today's session, we have with us All India Rank 6 of CLAT PG 2026, Sayan, who has done a phenomenal job while he has given the paper. And accordingly, firstly, Sayan, I would welcome you to the channel, and accordingly, please introduce yourself for the audience and also tell us about something about yourself, please.
Thank you, sir, for having me here. Firstly, I'm really happy about this score, and thanks to Sambhav Law for their amazing mocks and other classes and all. Everything was just fantastic.
Uh,
And so, regarding me, I am a student of Calcutta University. I reside in Kolkata, West Bengal, and currently I am in my ninth semester, that is fifth year.
That is so good to hear.
So,
And accordingly, saying firstly, my first question would be that what was the way that you prepared for this exam? Because looking at your background, you are a very you're a student not from an LU or from a central dignified very big
no,
university.
sir,
You're a
no,
very
sir.
simple university. What was your preparation
Yes,
method?
sir,
How did you start
absolutely.
your preparation? Because you are the example that every student wants to hear from, the story that a student wants to hear, that a student who's not given the exam before, who is just fresh, just he's in the ninth semester and he has given the exam and he's done so well in this examination. So what was your preparation strategy, and please do tell us.
Okay, sir. So, being from Calcutta University was a plus point for me, I would say, because attendance is not a problem here. So you can skip classes, which is a big problem in NLUs. You cannot skip classes there. So I didn't used to attend the classes regularly. I would spend that time in preparing for my CLAT PG and other preparation. I was basically preparing for judiciary, and then that devastating news came of 3 years practice rule,
Yeah,
and that is when I decided that I would go for CLAT PG.
that PG. Yeah,
So yes, so it
yeah,
was like 6 months. I've been preparing for 6 months,
yeah. And
and
yeah.
basics was clear because of judiciary only. And I worked upon the subjects like jurisprudence, public international law, company law, like those subjects which are not in judiciary.
And
And then
according
doing the case laws and all. I used to follow a YouTube channel and which conducted daily current affairs, current legal affairs.
I
There are
see.
many channels like that conducting current legal affairs videos, and obviously the Hindu newspaper. And lastly, Sambhav Law's magazines and the case law series. Those things also helped a lot.
So, Sen, I would like to come to my second question. So, see, the thing is that as you know that
Yes,
the
sir.
3 year rule is here, and because of that, what
Hmm.
happens is that a student who was preparing for judiciary finds himself in
Right.
a situation that you don't have anything to do for the next 3 years. For us, like in that psychological space, how were you able to manage the pressure of knowing that there is a big hurdle in your career, and also then you focus upon the exam? Like, how did you manage all these things?
Yes. So basically, I thought that why waste 3 years when I can like spend 1 of the years, 1 or 2 years in doing LLM. If I had enrolled in some other colleges for LLM which conducted 2 years LLM, then 2 years from that 3 years course would be deducted like that. And in NLU, it's 1 year, and the rest 2 years I can do PhD if I want,
Yeah, very easily, very
like
easily.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And say, like, if I would ask you this time around, like the paper itself, if you talk about the paper,
Yes.
what were the things that you
Hmm.
think that the paper was not that good enough, it was good enough, or like what was your current whole strategy upon that? Like, what was the view on that?
Honestly, I would say that I didn't like the paper at all.
Hmm.
Because whatever I studied, 90% of that didn't help me, means didn't come, I would say. Basically, which helped me was the practice. I had
Hmm.
attempted more than 50 mocks, so uh, the
And
speed was good,
speed was
I would
good.
say,
Nee, and the thing
and
was that
and I had developed an habit.
of
Mm,
doing a mock papers a lot. And the
right.
one thing that I remember the most, whenever we used to
Mm,
see the results, like there were a lot of things, like a lot of students were there. Like yours was one of the top. You were one of the top scorers. When I would say in that, and consistently
yeah.
across the board, like that was like pretty obvious that yes, you were going to do something good, but still, yeah, I mean, like the final thing was like, yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, like, I think so that the best part about your whole journey is that you started from just preparing, getting free time inside of college, and then going accordingly.
Yes.
So yeah, so acha, now my next question would be, like, as you are getting all India rank 6, what would be your
Hmm.
advice to the students who are going to prepare for next year, and if they're starting for 2027, what would you say to them? What will be your strategy?
First thing is start as early as possible. Yes. And if your knowledge about the core subjects during your college semesters are good, then this exam will be very easy for you.
Yeah, that is true.
And rest, I would like to say, focus on the case laws, the recent case laws, and seeing this year's paper, you cannot afford to skip the past year papers.
True.
Of
That is
course,
true.
you must go through the past year's papers now.
Hmm.
Although I don't think they won't repeat the same again. Still,
Still, I mean, like, see, the pattern
and
itself, I mean, nothing can be said about it,
mm,
to be honest.
you cannot predict anything about CLAT.
True.
CLAT is unpredictable.
Acha, Sayan, one
And
more. Yeah, please carry on. Please
mm,
carry on.
yes, sir. And then focus on the mock tests, obviously, and rest for 2 days.
I mean, like, rest, I would say
Focusing on the
that
core subjects.
core subjects most important,
mm,
most important.
yes. And regarding the minor subjects, you can't predict anything.
Hmm.
Like this year in A-Late, they gave questions from such low-key subjects. They included about 29 subjects, which nobody expected.
Hmm. That is true.
So
That is so true. That is
you
true.
cannot predict.
You cannot predict about that. And apart from this, like, man, Sayan, like, what is the feeling inside of your, like, in the house and everything, like, knowing that you have gotten all India rank? What is the feeling? I would ask about that.
Yes, everyone is so happy. Everyone is really happy. Yes.
Yeah.
My mom is calling her friends and relatives and letting them
And
know about the result.
yeah, I like just the result just came out like while we are conducting this interview, it just came out hour or 2 hour ago, just like just now. So I
Mm,
just like I was
right,
like,
right.
yeah, just we connected the call, I was like, what was the rank and saying like, so yeah, yeah, 6. I was like, wow, like one of the best results in the history of Sambhav Law is yours, Sayed, I would say. And I am so happy and so proud of you. Like I don't have words for it. Thank you so much, like, for being like, at least, the best part is that we were a part of that journey. So I'm really like,
Yes.
I'm a bit grateful that I was able to contribute something to your success. That is one thing that I'm really thankful of, really.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and apart from this, say, like, apart from this, like, there are
Mm.
some students who have, like, not gotten that good of numbers or good of marks, and they are a bit disappointed with their performance and all. What would be your message
Yes, that
be to them?
happens
Yeah,
because
yeah, like, what
I
would be
had
your message?
attempted CLAT UG. Yes,
Hmm.
so let me share a small story. I had attempted CLAT UG 2 times. When I was
Hmm.
in my first semester, I attempted the means my first CLAT PG. That was CLAT PG 2022, and I secured All India rank 7,000. Then then I attempted it again next year. At that time I secured All India rank 2000, and I got into NUJS, but not their BLLB course. Mm, they had recently launched their BSc LLB course that year only.
Hmm.
So I secured a seat in that course.
Hmm.
But at that time, if I would have chosen that, I had to lose 2 years because at that time I was already in my second year,
That is.
third semester, I guess. Yes. So I thought that won't be a good deal. So I skipped it
Hmm.
because at that time my main aim was judiciary only. So I thought this college is best for preparing for judiciary because there's not so much pressure in this college and also no pressure of attendance.
At all. Yeah,
And then I decided that I would do the LLM from the best NLU. Let's say.
that is true. And even like, if you were in, like, if at this
So
moment, if you were in,
perseverance pays off,
yeah, perseverance builds. And like,
I would
one
say.
more thing I would like to add in this particular story, I would like, what my interpretation
Hmm.
towards this is, you gave it the
Okay,
first time,
okay.
it was 7,000. You gave it the
Right.
second time, it was 2,000. Already you were getting a
2000.
really, really good university. You had your focus. Like you say, na, that in Mahabharata there was Arjun, and
Hmm.
he
Right.
had this focus on the eye of the fish.
Eye
You
of the
knew
fish. Right.
you knew what you had to do, and this is the message that
Yes.
I would also like to give all the students, that you need to have focus, you need to know what you have to do and take the right option. You need to have patience, you need to have perseverance,
Hmm.
because from 7,000 to 2,000 you go till already rank 6, not with, just, you cannot just lose hope. You are the prime example of that,
Right. Right.
Sam. So yeah, so I think so that the whole thing sums it up very, very nicely. And then
Yes.
accordingly, I
Yes.
would thank you so much for joining us for this particular session, and accordingly I hope that the students from all across India watch this session and learn a lot from your experience. And we will also try to do a further session if possible, when time allows it. Like if we want to discuss regarding 27 CLAT PG, that how to prepare and
Yes,
everything.
sir.
But
Sure.
yeah, but the story, the main thing was important. So thank you so much for joining us, Sayan. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me. Have a good day. Good night, sir.